Thanks for joining me for another video. This time we're going to take a look at the Nuclear Cell versus the recently released Omega Crux on the house shot with both at box. Then we'll take a look on the 2019 Open Championships doubles and singles pattern with the Nuclear at 3000, which is box surface for the Omega. By now you know the story on the Nuclear. That's the tricky thing about these comparisons, is trying to find something new or different that I haven't already said. The Nuclear and Omega are in the same league, both super strong covers, both pearls, both ASIMs. The one difference out of the factory is that the Nuclear comes polished and the Omega comes at 3000. The 3000 we'll see the Nuclear at later is different than the 3000 the Omega comes at, but after the several games of lane shine the Omega got from the house shot filming, which I always do first, it's not far off of the 3000 by hand on the Nuclear. The Nuclear is true to its name, it's all about boom. I continue to be amazed at how much some of the new releases are hooking without burning energy on friction. It used to be hard to explain to people why a quote-unquote hook monster wasn't hooking as much as their lower end ball on a house shot. It was because the stronger ball was burning too much energy all the way down the lane and didn't have enough left for the back end, but the newer releases aren't doing that. It's a lot easier to see which balls are stronger and which balls are weaker. The Nuclear Cell is obviously stronger. Moving to the Omega on the house shot, the difference is rather stark. The overall motion is similar, but the Nuclear is so much quicker on friction. The Omega actually looks like a stronger version of the Hypercell Fused. If you watch my Fuse comparisons, you'll probably pick up on that. It's really round and archy. It still has enough pop, but in a direct comparison to the Nuclear, it looks quite a bit smoother. Unlike the Fused, however, the Omega continues from anywhere on the lane on the house shot. I can get as deep as I want, and unlike the Nuclear, I can get a little more rounded as the smoother shape allows me to roll it a bit more. The Omega is a medium ball across the board. That makes it versatile and usable for a very wide range of styles. We just saw Chris Prather win a major a couple weeks ago with it, splitting duty with an idol, and that's a big stamp of approval. Moving to the 2019 Nationals DNS shot with the Nuclear at 3000, they get closer. The Nuclear is blended out a little bit more with the surface. It's still definitely strong down lane, and it gives me a solid amount of room left to right with the factory shine knocked off. It's still not something I think I'd be able to use much on this pattern, maybe games 2 and 3, but I'd probably be in something a little weaker and smoother like the Fused at 3000, an Idle Pearl, or perhaps a Phase 2. The Nuclear is going to fit best in the hands of rev-challenged or speed-blessed players. I'm neither of those, but in the case of more oil or a longer length pattern, this would definitely be in play on something like the PBA Dragon pattern, which is 45 feet, I believe. Traction on a pattern like that is necessary, of course, but so is shape down lane. Getting to the pocket isn't as difficult as getting to the pocket with the right shape to get the pins down consistently. I think the Nuclear with some surface on it would definitely get the job done there. Looking at the Omega, it's longer and has a bit more shape than it did on the house shot. That speaks a bit to the strength of the cover. The extra oil is helping it retain energy better, or at least push the reaction closer to the end of the lane. The reaction is smooth enough here that I can slow down and relax a bit. Now at the same time, when I got a little deeper, I had to start helping it a bit. However, again, this is still a fresh pattern. I'm not sure the Omega would be what I'd start with at this surface anyway. It'd probably do really well at 2000. Smooth reactions generally aren't what you want when you go to move left anyway, unless you just absolutely hammer on the ball or roll it like Chris Prather. That'd be nice. But these two could go really well in tandem because the Nuclear is kind of rough from straighter, so Omega from third arrow right and Nuclear from third arrow left could be a pretty good pair. Once again, as I've proven so many times now, Pearl doesn't tell the whole story, ASIM doesn't tell the whole story, even strong cover doesn't tell the whole story. These two balls are quite different even at similar surfaces. Nuclear's boomy and Omega's silky. If you like the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons, really helps me out. Thanks for watching.